FPS boost videos. It's probably the most searched term around Fortnite on YouTube. Right after custom matchmaking games, by the way, I do that every day on live stream. So if you're about that, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications to join and play with us. That being said, I made a FPS boost input delay kind of video about 6 months ago, which got like 34,000 views, about 1,000 likes, and multiple positive comments, as you can see on the screen. People come to the streams every day and ask me, oh, do you have any new tips or new suggestions and whatnot? But like, to be honest, I didn't even research anything, so I didn't really have anything to give or tell. So since morning, I've been doing some research about all the new FPS boost tricks and maybe the old ones which are still working. So on my left screen right here, I have made a list of 26 things which might still work for you and will help you boost your FPS and also help in input lag. This video might be a bit long, so make sure you watch the whole video, follow the steps one by one so you can get the most FPS possible and the least input lag. Also, I didn't say, well, it's your boy powercfg because my name might change soon as the clan is coming out. It's FK. I'm not telling the full form yet. The first persons to get even half of it right in the comments, I'm gonna give them 800 V-Bucks skin or something, whatever they like. So go on, comment, and take your guesses. That being said, let's get right into the video and all the tips and tricks. First things first, I need you guys to make a restore point. I'm not gonna go through that because literally every video shows that. So first of all, make a restore point if these tricks don't work for you, so at least you can go back to your old settings. So make sure you do that and then follow these steps. Okay, tip number one, make sure you have your XMP or DOCP standard enabled in your BIOS. Like every motherboard is a little bit different, so check your motherboard's specifications and whatnot, the motherboard model, go on YouTube and find it out and enable them. For second thing, I'm gonna move to my screens and show you on the screen. So here I have the app. It's called CPUZ. What this app does is like just gives you like information about your memories and whatnot, right? So just download it, Google CPU/Z, and then download that app and then check what's your frequencies. Like my RAM is 32 GB. So I'm gonna go to memory and you gotta check that how much speed your memory is running at. So my memories is 32 GB but 3600 megahertz. Over here it says about 1800. It's always gonna say half of whatever your speed is. So let's say yours is running at 3200, it should be saying something like 1600 and you're good to go. Okay, so first of all, you're gonna go to Windows, gonna go settings, update and security. Make sure you're all updated here. You can just check for updates, make sure you're updated, make sure you're the latest Windows, I think, which is like 10.2004, I'm not sure. Just make sure this is all updated and you have nothing left to update. Next thing, make sure your driver, your GeForce driver, NVIDIA driver is up to date. I don't have GeForce experience, but I'm going to go into that later, but you can always go to NVIDIA control panel and check system information and see which version you're at. 451.67. I know in the last video I said 441.41 is the best, but lately they have been coming out with big updates and most of them are really good. So 451.67 is the one I'm on right now. So make sure you update it. If you don't have GeForce, you can literally go on the website of NVIDIA and download the one for your graphic card. So yeah, as you can see over here, I don't have NVIDIA GeForce anymore. If you click this, it only opens NVIDIA settings. I deleted NVIDIA GeForce because I really did not need it. I was not using it to record my gameplay or anything, and then the in-game overlay was another thing which I have to always turn off and whatnot. So I literally didn't need it at all, so I deleted that. So make sure if you are not using that, you can actually just delete it off and you can use OBS to record whatever you want like I do. Also, as I stream every day, I can make a video about how to set up your streaming on OBS or Streamlab OBS. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to do that. Moving forward, let's check our power and sleep settings. So first of all, you're gonna go to Windows, you're gonna search power settings. You're gonna go additional power settings. And right now I'm in AMD Ryzen high performance. You are probably on balance, so you're gonna need to download or whatever, you're gonna need to enable this ultimate performance, and you can go on ultimate performance. That's like the best one. It'll give you like 30-40 FPS more, whatever you're getting right now. So if you don't see ultimate performance, I'll show you right now how to get it. So to make ultimate performance enable or to get it into your settings, you're gonna go right click here and then you're gonna go window PowerShell admin, press yes. The command is in the description. You can just copy paste it and then press enter. The more time you press enter, the more ultimate performance is going to be there. So just do it once so you have it there. Press enter and it's going to show it's not gonna be like, there's gonna be like a successful or whatever command pop up, and that means you're good to go. And then if you go back to power settings, you will see the option right here as an ultimate performance. So make sure you're selected to that. If you have a high-end AMD Ryzen processor, you will have this option. So go to AMD Ryzen high performance. This I feel is better than ultimate performance. Anyways, moving forward, as I said, some of these tips are in my old video, so I just picked some of the tips from the old video and then added them with the new tips. So for the next one, you can just go background apps and make sure all of your background apps are turned off. Just because when you are playing or streaming, you don't want none of these apps. Like, why do you even need 3D viewer or like calculator or camera open while you are playing the game or while you are streaming? So the less it is, less burden on your CPU and whatnot. Forward, the next thing, if you click this button right here, you want here the least apps open possible. And sometimes when you open your computer, there's so many apps popping off, so make sure you have them in disabled. So what you can do is you can actually just click startup apps, and then you can turn them all off. Like, I don't know why my Skype is turned on, so I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to leave this Windows security notification icon just on, just in case if something like, I doubt anything is going to happen, but if something like a virus, something about to happen, this will actually notify me. But also it has a low impact, so not a big deal. Also, you can right click here, task manager, and then you can go to startup and make sure all of these are disabled. Like I have a window share enabled earlier, so I want to make sure that disabled and whatnot. Just like disable this Adobe for sure, because this is always running in the background. I hate this program. You can also go to task manager again and just check what is running in the background. Like sometimes there's like stuff running in the background which you don't need, and it's just taking processing power for no reason. Like I know for a fact that ICU, the app which is which people use to control their fans, not really control their fans, but to control the lighting and stuff for Corsair Fans, which is always running in the background. It was always running in the background, even though I had it closed right here, it would still be running in the background and creating trouble. So make sure apps like that, just delete them off, because either you want RGB or either you want performance. Forward, search game bar, and make sure game bar is turned off. This is usually like to screen record and take screenshots and whatnot. Just make sure it's turned off here, and you can go to game mode. And lately people been saying game mode is actually helping the FPS and stuff, so I have it turned on, but you can always check yourself by going to creative and then having it turned off and on, what helps more. But I personally have it turned on. New setting in the latest Windows update, if you click there and then search graphic settings, you'll get this option right here, which is hardware accelerated GPU scheduling. Sorry, my bad. And basically the short form is HAGs. You can see some benchmarks online. I have it turned on, but you can test it out. If you turn it off, you're gonna have to restart the PC. If you turn it on again, you have to restart the PC. What I have noticed is that it didn't give me like a FPS boost, but my low FPS, you know how it's like 100 and then between 200, so my 100 got an improvement, but the 200 was still the same. So I only have this because it kind of gives me more stable FPS. It doesn't give me more, but just gives me stable FPS. Also, you can search over here, browse, and then have this Fortnite, add this up, and click it, options, have it a high performance, just so it just always runs in high performance when you turn on. I used to use a lot of apps like Malwarebytes and then CCleaner and whatnot, but to be honest, adware cleaner is all you need. You can just download it. You can just Google adware cleaner. I'll put the link in the description anyways, and then you can just open the app and just scan now and let it scan the whole PC and whatnot. But one thing people miss always is like they'll scan it and then they will just let it be like, okay, nothing found, so that's it. But always run the basic repair. What it will do is if you go to settings, you'll see basic repair options. So I didn't realize when you click run basic repair, it actually turned off my OBS studio. So I just recorded like 10-minute worth of video out of nowhere and it didn't even record. So anyways, run basic repair, restart your PC, and then move forward. So I'm just gonna go to my NVIDIA control panel settings. You guys can take a look at it. I mean, a lot of people show it and then like explain everything. I'm not gonna go through it. You can literally just copy my settings here. By the way, I do have G-Sync turned off because I have 144 FPS. Apparently it's not good for it, so like I just have G-Sync turned off. These are all my settings right here. You guys can just copy these settings and I'm pretty sure you guys will be fine. Also in program settings, click on Fortnite, add it. If it's not there, just make sure all these use global settings are like selected. So basically what it does is like these global settings will be applied on Fortnite just in case if they're not. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through it one more time. You can pause the video and you can take a look at it and you can switch it up. Disable full screen optimization. So you're gonna go to your local DC wherever the game is installed. You're gonna go to program files, Epic Games, Fortnite game, binaries, Win64. These all four of these, you're gonna go right click, properties, one by one you're gonna do that. Compatibility, disable full screen optimization, click change high DPI settings and make sure this is checked and this is application. Press OK, press apply, press OK, and do that to all four of these individually and you are good to go to the next step. So while I'm doing the FPS boost, I'm also going to give some tips about the mouse options and whatnot. So just bear with me. This is not in order. It's just all together. You're going to go to device manager. And then you're going to go to system services. Sorry, I'm going to turn it off. Go to system devices, sorry. High precision timer. You're going to right click it. Make sure you disable this right here. I've already disabled it. That's why it says enable device. But make sure you click disable device and then disable it. If it says enable device, that means already disabled and you don't need to mess around with it. Just to double check that is actually disabled, you can go CMD, run as administrator, and then you can copy and paste this command, which I'm putting it in the description right now. And then you can paste it, press enter. If it gives an error, that means you have already disabled it successfully. And if it's gives a success command, that means you have done it now. So yeah, that's just to double check you've actually disabled it. So I'm going to go to a couple of mouse settings, click mouse settings. A lot of people don't have this set up right. Even Ninja, like he posted a tweet and talked about it. So go to pointer options and then make sure this is unchecked and make sure this is like in the center. So it should be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th one, 6th one from both sides, and make sure this is unchecked. It'll just give you a more snappier feel and there won't be like a mouse drift. You know how control have drifts? It's not going to be like a drift on the mouse and stuff. So make sure it's okay and then you're good to go from there. In Fortnite, you can also do that. You can click local app data. Oops. And then you can go to Fortnite games, saved, config, Windows client, gamer user settings, properties, uncheck it from read only, apply, okay, double click it, control F, mouse, find next, disable mouse acceleration. Make sure this is true right here. And it's probably going to be false, so just change it to, it's probably going to look like this. Just change it to TRUE. Cancel that. File, save, cut, right click, properties, read only, apply, okay, and you're good to go. So for the next settings, you're going to go to Epic Games Launcher. You can turn it on. I've already opened it. And then you're going to go to settings. You're going to go all the way down, Fortnite. And then I'll leave this command and whatnot like in the description. And you can literally just copy paste it. And that's it. Basically, it's just going to make all the cores available to Fortnite and it'll give it like more FPS. So something I always do before I turn on my Fortnite game and my streaming OBS before I start streaming. Now that I don't have CCleaner, I don't like using the app anymore. Like some people said that it's not that good how it used to be. So what I do is I'll go here, I'll search up local app data, and then I'll go to temp file, and then I'll just delete whatever is here. Just like delete it, and it'll like give you like I'll give you some space if you don't have enough space. Also, just in case, you should always be as least memory as possible here. Like always don't have your usage at like 80-90%. Try to have it like less than 60, I would say. So keep deleting whatever extra on your PC which you don't need. Don't like just be a hoarder and just keep adding files and not deleting and taking care after your usage. Also, if you're on hard drive, try to switch towards SSD. It'll always be better, it'll always be faster and make your FPS better. So next couple of things, if you use Discord or Google Chrome while you are playing the game or streaming or whatnot, let's say if you use Google Chrome, you're gonna go like settings right here, and then settings, and then you're gonna go advanced system, I think. Use hardware acceleration when available. Make sure it's turned off. It might be turned on already, but make sure it's turned off, and then just relaunch Google Chrome and you're good to go. For Discord, by the way, click the link in the description and join our Discord. We are 764 members. Maybe we can reach 800 after this video is released, and the clan and all that information will be released here too. So if you have Discord turned on while you are gaming and streaming and whatnot, make sure you go to Discord, click user settings, and then click appearances, and then go all the way down. Hardware acceleration, make sure it's turned off. So it'll give, as it says, that you'll experience frame drops if this is turned on. So just have it turned off if you do have this open while you're playing the game. I recommend actually closing everything here when you're playing the game. So yeah, that's just personally me, but everybody's different. So now I'm gonna go through some Fortnite settings. As you can see, I have maxed it or capped it at 160 FPS, as my monitor is 144 FPS, and there's no need for me to go above 160. I could go 165 or 160, but never below, and that's like works the best for me. Secondly, as you can see, my resolution is a 1440p monitor, but yours probably 1920 by 1080, so you can probably set that up. Brightness, I have it at 125 because this season the games have been just darker and stuff, so 125 is the best way to go. Blind mode, I have it all turned off because after having the blind mode turned on from last seasons, the game was looking a lot more darker, and which I did not like. In custom settings, right here is something which has changed a lot now. Like obviously everything is low again. The only thing which changed is 3D resolution. Like instead of 100%, go to 99%, and this will give you an FPS boost, guaranteed. In textures, usually people will be like, yeah, go low, but now people have figured out that if you go here high or epic and have allow multi-threading rendering turned on, it will help with FPS. But don't do this if you have a CPU which has like 2 cores. But if you have 4 or more cores, try this multi-threading tip out, and then see if it works out for you. It does work out for me, that's why I have it turned on. I have textures high and multi-threading rendering turned on. Also, DirectX 11 or 12, still a very big question. For 12, you might get more stable FPS, but I tab out a lot of my game while I'm streaming because I have to go back and forth from OBS, and it always crashes my game, and I have like a really high-end PC, so DirectX 12 does not work for me. I have DirectX 11 and my game never crashes when I'm streaming and whatnot. Another thing you can do is you can go to settings, you can go all the way down and make sure all these record replays are turned off, because apparently this also uses a lot of FPS. NVIDIA highlights, make sure that's turned off too. Just copy my settings and you'll be good to go. Unless you're a content creator and you need that replay from a game, don't have it turned off. It's a waste of resources. Also, you can go to audio, sound quality, and 3D headphones. Make sure they're both turned off. And as you can see, it says if you turn this off on, it may decrease performance. So I just have it on low, and to be honest, there is literally no difference. Now this one tip is really out of the world. Like I don't know if this will work for everybody, but it does work for me personally. You can go to your locker and you can have everything as default. Apparently even Deddy tweeted about it, and he said that apparently the default skin, if you have the default skin and your team members have the default skin and then default pickaxe and whatnot, it will give you a better stable FPS. But again, if you're fighting against people with the blaze skin or something, your FPS drops. The more colorful skin you have and the more skins which is going on a lot, the FPS will drop apparently. So it does work out for me. That's why I have it all on default. So try this out, you know, but I'll be rocking a default skin from now onwards. This is the last tip for the video. You're gonna download this intelligent standby list cleaner. I'm gonna leave the link in the description. It's gonna be a zip file. Unzip it, open this file. Yes, open this file every time you're opening the game, and sometimes it doesn't pop up right there. That means it has gone down there. You can always open it from here. And then the list size, you can actually, it's going to be like this, right? So the list size, make it 1024. The free memory is lower than, it's going to be half of whatever your total memory is. So let's say your total memory is 16 GB, it's going to be like 8,000, right? So mine is like 32 GB, so it's going to be 16,000. Check. Wanted timer resolution 0.50. ISLC polling rate. If you have a good PC, make it 500, but if you have like a lower end PC, make it 1000. You're gonna click start, and then you're gonna click per standby list. As you can see, the back, like it just went down all the way from 3000 to 39. It's giving less power to the CPU, whatnot. I do have another app open right now, like I have Wondershare open right now. That's why it's going up, otherwise it wouldn't. And then you can always minimize this and then start playing the game. Do that every time you are starting your game, and this will help. So as you can see, after those settings, this is how much FPS I'm getting. This is an empty creative. I'm literally just on water, one floor, and looking at the sky, about 700 max and like 400 below or something. It's pretty unstable because you should never be on unlimited caps anyways. But yeah, I have it capped at 160. Depending on whatever your monitor is, you should just cap it 1 above or 2 above. So yeah, that's the settings for Fortnite, and that's the result. So those are all the tips and tricks I have for you today. I hope this helped out. Please do let me know in the comment section if this did help or not, or if there are any other tips or tricks you know. Let me know. If I made a mistake, let me know. I'm not a pro or anything. I'm just doing my research and then just post it back. That's why I told you guys to make a restore point. If anything goes wrong, you can always go back to whatever your settings were in the beginning. Also, the person who does figure out the name, or at least half of the name of the clan, it's going to be an org. It's not just another regular clan. I look up to 100 Thieves and stuff, so it's definitely going to be like a actual legit org. Do comment in the section. I will give you like 800 V-Bucks skin or whatever, you know, aura or whatever you want. Join the Discord, subscribe and turn on post notifications so you guys can join our streams. Our streams have been popping, getting like 100 viewers max every stream. So make sure you stop by, say hi, and let me know if this helped you out. That being said, it's your boy CPUZ. Not for long. The name's gonna change once the clan comes out. Anyways, it's your boy CPUZ. See you guys later. Peace.
Young Champagne checking in, man. Titty boy shit ringing off. Remember I was on prepaid. I would act like my shit was ringing off.